What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Corruption back again, this time with Dark Souls 2's Skeleton Lords boss guide. Now this is probably one of the easiest bosses in the game. There's really nothing spectacular to be seen here on this boss. So I say this, but then I have to ask myself, why in the hell did I screw this fight up twice? And the simple and short answer to that is I'm a goddamn idiot. Well, truth be told, there's a few old friends from the Painted World of Artemis from Dark Souls that revisits us that I did not like even then. I don't like them now. But anyways, this boss is another 3 boss fight initially, kind of like how the Ruined Sentinels started out. However, what you'll notice with these bosses is that their health bars are not necessarily representative completely to the overall health bar of the boss. There's the only one collective health bar, but each boss is probably about the equivalent of a regular enemy. But once you take down one of the bosses, they spawn more skeleton minions. And I didn't realize it during my first fight that this was going to happen. So I recklessly took out the 2 melee skeleton lords, which then spawned 8 skeletons. Which I'm going to fast forward the part for that fight just to get through it, because it's an easy elimination process of 1 by 1. However, it's just an annoyance. I'm kicking myself in the ass for having messed this fight up like twice before I even got it. The main thing you gotta remember here is that each skeleton lord will spawn a set number of enemies. The 2 melee skeleton lords will spawn about 4 skeletons apiece, and they're just melee skeletons. If you take out the mage skeleton, however, you will get your old friends from the Painted World of Aramis, and you will get the bone wheel skeletons. And these guys are still jerks. They are still complete and utter jerks. They roll around just hitting the shit out of you. I don't like them. I didn't like them then, I don't like them now. They're not hard to avoid or anything. They're just an annoyance when there's that many of them. So the strategy for this fight really is to single out one of your melee skeleton lords first. Take a skeleton lord out, and then take the minions that he spawns out. Dance around the arena if you need to, and use the pillars for cover as needed. Take your second melee skeleton lord out after that. Take out his minions. Then, for the final part, take out your mage skeleton lord. And do remember that each time you take down a skeleton lord, the enemies will spawn in the immediate vicinity around where that skeleton lord fell. I'd screwed up on my fight the second time, and actually I believe even on the successful attempt, I kept thinking that they spawned in the center of the arena. So after I killed the mage skeleton lord, I ran back to the center of the arena and then realized that crap, they were spawning over there where I just killed the skeleton lord. So you gotta keep that in mind. Stick around that mage once he falls. Take a swig of your Estus flask as needed as they're in their death animation, and before the resurrection of the bone wheel skeletons. If you do this properly, I've noticed that there might be about 2, maybe the first 3 pop out of the ground relatively quickly. You got the chance then to take them, or at least one of them, out before the other ones get around to spawning in, and then they gotta like put their head on or something and kind of shake around before they get really into the fight. So you got this kind of brief window of opportunity to narrow down the enemies by killing at least 1 or 2 before they even start to fight back. But if for some reason you don't get any of them down, you've got all 4 running around, rolling around their little wheel, just try to dodge and strafe around the bone piles within the arena. Use them for cover, let them roll into that. If you can get them to kind of separate and thin out 1 by 1 while keeping that pillar between you and the other 3, you can actually single out one, kill him, and then trying to kite the others to doing the same process. And you shouldn't have any trouble with this. This is like the easiest boss in the game, but it's more difficult due to the fact that it's an overwhelming number in one go if you make it that way. Just take it real slow, cautious, and you'll have an easy time with this boss. Anyways, y'all, I'm Corruption. I'm out. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the video.